Hi, and welcome to How You Grow Your Business with Kevin Willett. Got my buddy Jake Ross with us from Build You Marketing. Good morning, Jake. Welcome to the show, bud.
Hey, morning, Kevin. Thanks for having me.
So, Jake, before we jump in, tell us a little bit about yourself and Build You Marketing.
For sure. So I started Build You my sophomore year of undergraduate at Babson. Grew it from my dorm room. I graduated last year, so I've been a year out of school running Build You full time, and we create LinkedIn content for founders and executives.
So, Jake, my question is personal today because, one of my things I struggle with, as you know, I love doing videos. So we go out, we post on YouTube, and then when I'm on LinkedIn, I'm having trouble with writing a good hook. Sometimes I feel like I'm just telling you everything that's going to be on the video I want you to watch. Like, look, have you just saved me 10 minutes? You told me everything. What's your advice on how to write a good hook so that people go, you know what? I want to watch Jake Ross with Kev. I want to see what Jake's got to say. What's the
Yeah,
advice,
and
bud?
it's a good question. So that would fall in the thought leadership category. It really comes down to two things. First, you need to tell us what the post is going to be about. It needs to be really interesting. I think that's where people miss the mark. They think what they're talking about is interesting, but actually nobody cares. So you need to understand your target audience. What questions are they asking? What's actually going to be helpful for them? So what I like to do in my thought leadership post is that first line is usually about 5 to 8 words, and it's about exactly what the post is about. So, for example, like I might say, your thought leadership content is boring, or something that's like a little bit more of a hot take, or like stupid things people do on LinkedIn. Like it just gets you to stop scrolling because
Yep.
you just don't usually feel that type of emotion on the platform. That
Yep.
second line is called the subhook. So you have that first line, 5 to 8 words. It tees up what the post is about. That second line is the subhook. That's what's going to get you to click. There's two ways to do this. You can either use a credibility statement. So my hook could be your thought leadership content is boring. My subhook could be after generating 2.2.5 million impressions on LinkedIn, here's my advice. And so you've built that credibility. It's like, oh, I should probably spend the next 5 minutes with this guy, or like even 30 seconds with this guy because it's quick, seems like he's going to provide value. He knows what he's talking about. I trust him. So you get people to click by saying credibility, here's my advice. They need to click to read more. Or you can use a fear of missing out tactic, which is your thought leadership content is too boring, and say something in the second line like, trust me, read this. Like, trust me, read this. And they're like, all right, fine, fine. Like, I'll take 30 seconds out of my day to click read more. So your goal should be how many people can you get to click read more? Your question surrounds almost like, how do I get people to watch video versus imagery? I'm going to push back on you a little bit, even though we're pushing video here. Video on LinkedIn isn't performing as well as photos right now. So it did at the beginning of the year. There's an engagement drop in how videos are performing. People want to be able to read and quickly consume snackable content and get value as fast as they can. So I'd almost say if you find people aren't watching the video, maybe the videos aren't as valuable as you think, and you should change it up a little bit. Maybe use an image instead of this video that we're filming right now, to get people to click, read, and share your content.
Interesting approach and stuff. But that's where it's important to know what the trends are. Again, as a video person, not much of a writer, I'm like, hey, I want to go where my strength is, but honestly, it may be costing me and stuff. So you gotta. I always tell my students that it doesn't care what you want, it's what the customer wants, and there's
Exactly.
the proof right there. You kind
Yeah.
of back that up and stuff. So, Jake, if people have questions about this topic, what's the best way to reach out to you, my friend?
Yeah, connect with me on LinkedIn, Jake Ross. It will say creating LinkedIn content is my headline, so you'll be able to find me there.
Awesome, Jake. Appreciate you taking a few minutes to call on the show. And as always, thanks for being my friend.
Thanks, Kev.